Hey guys, it's Roscoe, and on the Space Couch today I thought I'd share with you what's on my reading list, my outstanding backlog. This is not an exhaustive list. But anyway, let's start with this. Galileo's Dream by Kim Stanley Robinson. Now obviously Kim Stanley Robinson, you know what you're getting, and I'm very much looking forward to this. What's this about? Let's see. Looks like Galileo's split between the past and the present, or possibly the future. Sure, that'll be pretty interesting. I've also got this, The Oversight by Charlie Fletcher. What's this about? Oh, it's a bit like The Watchers of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that sort of scenario. That should be pretty interesting. Now, The Forever Watch, David Ramirez. This is set on a interplanetary starship 400 years into its journey to another planet. This sounds a little bit like that TV show, what's it called, Ascension. I haven't seen it, don't tell me any spoilers. That sort of concept, that should be quite interesting. Then I've got this, Dreamwalker by J.D. Oswald. This is another boy meets dragon sort of series, a bit like Aragon, Inheritance, those sorts of books. Should be quite interesting just from reading the dust cover. I look forward to that. Now, change of pace, this, A Down-to-Earth Guide to the Cosmos by Mark Thompson. I do like a good science book every now and again. It helps clear the mind and reset instead of just constantly reading fiction. So let's see, this is all about the night sky. Lots of different chapters on different concepts of astronomy. That should be pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to that. Also looking forward to this. This is actually a present from Mike and D Show. So that should be good. How to Teach Quantum Physics to Your Dog. I do like physics, so hopefully if it's nice bite-sized chunks, it should be easy enough to rip through. Next, Darkness Falling, Forever Twilight Book 1. Now, I don't know if I've bought this without realising that it might be a bit kind of teen dystopia, I'm not certain. So this sounds like, let's see, there's a flash, a glare of light just before dawn, followed by utter darkness, a vast blanketing nothingness that covers the earth. And then people start disappearing, some of them come back. I'm not quite sure if it's a vampire or a zombie novel, I guess we'll find out. So that's what books I haven't even looked at yet. These ones now, these are ones where I'd started on them, kind of got a little bit bored, or just needed to read something else for a while. Osiris. Book 1 of the Osiris Project. I had started this, and let's see how far did I get into it. 23 pages. So, let's see, what's this? Some huge city in the future, wars between the rich and the poor. Standard, I suppose. It should be quite interesting. Then I've got this doorstopper, Existence by David Brin. Never really read any of his other books before, although I'm aware of them. This seems quite interesting. It's set in the near future. Technologies run riot, all that sort of stuff. The rich and the poor at each other's throats, just like they are now. And then in all of this troubles, they find an alien probe orbiting the Earth, a tiny one, but it's still alien. That should be interesting. See if that changes anybody's minds about the direction their society is going. I bet you it doesn't. I also have this, Beautiful Redemption. I've been following this series since the beginning, and the first couple of books I read through really quickly. The third one I slowed way down. And this one, I mean, how far into it am I? 46 pages. And it's been at least a year since I've looked at this book. I'm sure I will get around to it, just to be able to, scratch it off the list. I'm not sure I'll be doing book reviews on all of these, by the way. Some of the better ones, no doubt. This, Heaven's War. This is a follow-up to Heaven's Gate, I think it was, which was the first one. Barrington and David S. Goyer, obviously quite well known in the films, helped write this. Some giant asteroid hurtles towards the Earth and then goes into orbit around it, which, as you know about asteroids, that shouldn't happen. They send people to check what's going out, and then they start seeing loved ones on the asteroid, but they're been dead for a long time. A bit like Solaris, I suppose, thinking about it. It was quite an interesting concept. The first book ended with a bunch of the explorers being stuck on the asteroid that start heading back out of the solar system. So this will tell us what happens next. the asteroid is called Keanu, by the way, and that's quite funny, named after Keanu Reeves. And then I have this. Obviously, this was a film recently. I've only seen about half the film as well. How far into the book am I? 82 pages. Obviously, warm bodies. It's about zombies and what happens after the zombie apocalypse. Can zombies regain their humanity? We'll see. I will get round to that eventually, but who knows when? Because obviously there'll be other books will make their way onto the list. Cybola Burn, you know, Expanse Book 4. The hassles I've had in trying to order that are just ridiculous. It's been a month now, and my local Waterstones hasn't been able to get the paperback. And then finally they told me it's no longer available. So I said, well, what about the hardback? Is that available? Turns out it is. With luck, I should be picking that up in about a week's time. That'll have been 5 weeks since I've ordered that. Yeah. So anyway, and as I said, there'll probably be some other books that I'll pick up that will make their way onto the list. Some of those I probably won't do reviews on. I also had just finished reading this, also The Detainee. This was quite interesting. It's set in a very dystopian future where all the older people, by which I think mean over 50, have been dumped on, it sounds like it's Manhattan, you know, like Escape from New York, where it's a hellhole and all the criminals or whatever are on there. So that's quite interesting. So old people stuck on there with criminals, young kids, like, you know, children. They're all psychos and they're killing all the old people because they don't know any better, because they're all hooked up on drugs. It's about this guy, he finds the tunnels under the city, and there's a woman living down there who's blind, and they fall in love. They have some friends that end up hiding out in these tunnels, trying to escape from the bad guys, and they're trying to hatch a plot on how to bring down the whole corrupt system, because everyone is kept in line by the mean of punishment satellites orbiting overhead. You do any sort of crime, zap, you know, and it will automatically decide the level of punishment. There's no actual legal system involved. End of the first book opened up the potential for sequels, certainly, where they do escape the island, heading towards the mainland, and no doubt to wreak some havoc on the people responsible for this situation. Should be pretty good. I don't know when that's coming out though. I mean, I have literally just finished this like yesterday. So anyway, guys, that's what's currently on my reading list. I'll keep you up to date with that in due course and how I'm making progress in it, as you'll probably see from the book reviews I'll be pumping out. Anyway, guys, that's all for now. As always, peace, and please feel free to like or subscribe to my channel.